Duluth, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
The first competition of the night is JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been seated into the order based on a random draw. Each competitor will take on the track here today for timed racing, with the fastest individual time earning 8 points towards a pursuit of the BKT Overall Event Championship. Duluth, who's ready for JCB Racing?
First to pull to the line, let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Kicking off the competition here in the JCB Racing, Chelsea Van Cleve races against the clock to set the precedent and that bar. Keep your eyes on those racing lights. Let's go green. The time for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit is 13.167. Next competitor pulled to the line. Make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Mike Pagliarulo looking to beat that 13-second time set by Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Watch on those corners as he's got to be tight and fast. Let's go green. If you're watching those Monster Jam Racing lights, you can see we've just set for a reset of that race. Keep your eyes on those lights. We look for 1, 2 amber lights, and of course, that green light for go. The time for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is a 10.542. Next to the line, it's that black and green machine, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Matt Cody now looking to beat that time of 10.5 here, looking for a faster time than Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Can he do it? Let's go green. The time for Matt Cody in a Gravedigger is 11.207. Next up, looking to take the first place spot on that leaderboard. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity, one of the best racing records that we've got in this series here, might just knock out the rest of the competition. He's looking to take that fast time and set the precedent in the bar for the rest of the weekend here in Gas South Arena. Let's go green! The time for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is at 10.140. Duluth, we got ourselves a new leader. Fold to the line, put your hands together for John Zimmer in uproar. Will dear old dad be able to take out John Zimmer Jr. is the question at hand here as we see John Zimmer approach that starting racing line. 8 points, of course, is at stake here, but we've got some family pride on the line as well. Let's go green! Time for John Zimmer in uproar is a 10.688. Terminal velocity still with that fastest time to beat up on the board. It's a 10.140. Next up, put your hands together for Brandon Arthur in JCB Tigatron. Brandon Arthur coming away from last weekend with an overall event championship, looking to stay consistent and fast. Let's go green! The time for Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron is at 10.845. Terminal velocity, John Zimmer Jr. still sitting in that first place spot with a time to beat of a 10.140. Next to the line, give it up for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken found himself in the JCB Racing Finals twice last weekend, looking to prove himself as a fast racer. Here again, can he do it? Let's go green! The time for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is a 10.935. Let's see those Toro horns in the air for MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco. Final truck to go in the racing competition, and only one driver stands in his way from taking those 8 points. Pressure is on for MJ Celorio as he looks to take out John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. Only one will prevail. Let's go green! The time for MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco is an 11.453 Duluth. That means your winner of the JCB racing competition is John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity makes this JCB Racing win number 24 of the 2025 year so far. He's claimed the first 8 points. Duluth, make some noise! John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity secures his first place spot on the leaderboard and also secures those 8 points. He's looking to take out the rest of the competition as the target has just been placed on this young man's back. We'll see what the winners got to say to all of you fans, because in just a moment you will be the official judges. But we've crowned our very first competition winner, Duluth, John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity.
Congratulations, as you earned the first 8 points here today in Duluth, Georgia. And of course, the first 8 points of the weekend. That comes with so much momentum, and you're just getting started as you're going in, of course, to one of your favorite competitions. But talk to us about this track. How were you able to go away with that fastest time?
Man, this track's probably one of the best conditions we've had all summer season here. Man, I'm absolutely loving it so far. I knew as soon as I took off, I had it in the bag, man. My truck loves this tacky type of track, and it worked out for me here so far.
Well, congratulations. Of course, now we're moving into our skills competition. And I've said it a few times, this is one of my very favorite competitions. And the reason for that is the precision that you have to see on this track. And behind the wheel, I know it takes so much to put it all together. What kind of moves can we expect to see?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a lot to put a lot of these tricks together in these trucks. But, man, I tell you guys one thing. It gets wild and crazy out here. We're going to get these trucks up on the nose, up on the rear. It's going to look like we're playing with RC cars out here. It's going to get absolutely insane. I know one thing for sure is you Monster Jam fans are going to love it. But, guys, we are just getting started. We got one competition down. Are you ready for some more?
Give it up one more time for your JCB Racing winner, John Zimmer Jr., terminal velocity.
Take a look at that BKT overall event leaderboard as we just have crowned our very first competition winner. John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity sits in that first place spot as he takes those first 8 points. Now we've got Mike Pagliarulo in second with a total of 7 points, and John Zimmer in uproar in third, holding out that top 3 right now. But you can see as those points trickle down exactly how we see the drivers accumulate those points, as each one of them will hope after two-wheel skills and freestyle to be the one with the most points. We'll keep you updated on the BKT overall event leaderboard as the event progresses. You'll have a chance to add some more points to these drivers' scores in the two-wheel skills challenge coming up next. It is time for the second competition of the event. That's the two-wheel skills challenge, where each driver has 2 attempts to pull off their most impressive, crazy, viral moment with the maneuvers they've got in this competition. Now, we're turning the scoring over to you. So take a look up at the video board, as in just a few seconds, we're going to put up our Monster Jam criteria for our two-wheel skills. Now, this is the things that you're going to want to keep in mind for the competition, because Lindsay, the driver's destinies are quite literally in our Monster Jam fans' hands.
This will be your first opportunity to score our competitors using judgeszone.com. In doing so, like I mentioned earlier, Monster Jam fans have scored over 8 million scores worldwide. You know how it works there at judgeszone.com. You will put in the code DGA. And we're going to see several attempts here for our Monster Jam superstar. They've got 2 attempts. But we do have several skills here that you may see. Here you're seeing on the video board, we've got stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, and moonwalks. And of course, Keaton will walk you through the whole thing. But you guys will have 20 seconds each time on judgeszone.com. And you will hear us say scores are locked, scores are open rather. And in that 20 seconds, you're going to swipe up or down on the BKT tire and click submit. So Duluth, if you think you're ready, let me hear you get loud for the skills competition.
Up first, time to get loud for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Amazing skills moves out of Chelsea Van Cleve. Go ahead and get your scores locked in right now. You had 20 seconds to do so. That code DGA.
A strong start to the two-wheel skills challenge indeed as Chelsea Van Cleve breaks out on the track, confidently going in to that first maneuver you see up on the Super Glue glued to the action replay. So much confidence from this driver during this maneuver. And let me tell you, she's making it look easy. But what we see in this run, which is really great, is 2 successful maneuvers. We might not see that throughout the rest of the competition, but this score will set the bar for the rest of those competitors. And we've got your scores locked in. So let's go ahead and check out that score. The score for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit is, it's a 7.598, a solid score and your current score to beat. Let's see those Toro horns in the air for your next competitor, MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco. Duluth, he's still got one attempt remaining.
Make some noise for MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. And it is now time to score. Duluth, Georgia. Don't forget DGA, or you can scan that QR code right on the video board. An incredible skill throws that steering wheel out of the window. But it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. Get those scores locked in now.
MJ Solorio just casually retrieving the steering wheel off the track. Duluth, he's looking to lay it all down for you guys. And with his 17 wins so far in this competition this year, you can check it out in the Super Glued Glued to the Action replay. He's absolutely looking to make this competition his sweet spot, but he can't do it without the help of your scores. We've got him locked in. Let's check it out. The score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is... That's an 8.534. Duluth, you got yourselves a new leader. Monster Jam fans, we're getting closer and closer to crowning a two-wheel skills winner. But remember, you can have a say in the St. Jude ambassador of the event. Don't forget to head on over to monsterjam.com/St. Jude. You can make a donation and pick one of the drivers here today. Scan that QR code up on the video board today. It's a fun way to not only engage in some competition, but to be a part of a great cause as St. Jude and Monster Jam band together to stop childhood cancer. Scan that QR code now, and we'll choose a St. Jude ambassador of the event before our event concludes. Next up, he's in that black and green wrecking machine. Let's hear it for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Let's hear it for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Representing the black and green wrecking machine. Go ahead, you guys have less than 20 seconds to get those scores locked in. Don't forget to swipe up or down on that BKT tire and click submit. Just in case you missed it up there on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay, Matt Cody on top of the pod, pulling off a popper, almost combination move that we got to see from him, and he is gunning for that top spot. There are some deep rivalries here on this series, and he knows that it is essential for him to snag these 8 points in order to be in contention for that overall event championship. So we've got the scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is a 6.316 right now. That's good enough for third place. As we add Matt Cody and Gravedigger to that two-wheel skills challenge leaderboard, you can see he secured that third place spot as of now. We've got Ringling Bailey Circuit in second, and El Toro Loco, MJ Solorio holding out that first place spot with that score of an 8.534. 5 more trucks to go in this competition, so that leaderboard could be completely shaken up. But Duluth, it's in your hands. They call him the Calamari Kid. Make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Get loud for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken.
Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. Go ahead and get those scores locked in for Nick Pagliarulo driving Kraken.
Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, taking out that Monster Jam truck, saying it's time to get squiddy with it out here in the two-wheel skills competition. You can even see a little bit of the way that track is already changing throughout the competition, and that is going to affect the way that those drivers pull off those maneuvers. But we see Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken out here fighting for that top spot. We've got the scores locked in. The score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is a 5.932. Right now, that is good enough for fourth place. Next to the track, he's got one of the best two-wheel skills averages. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
Put your hands together for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
Duluth, they nickname him the Combo King. One combination underway and still one more attempt to go. Scoring is open. Go on over to judgezone.com right now. Duluth, destruction on the track, but John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity needs you now at judgezone.com. Lock in your scores for that bicycle attempt and those crazy combo maneuvers. You absolutely want to have a say in this run, but you can see exactly why he's nicknamed the Combination King with the third highest average in all of Monster Jam and the highest two-wheel scores. Check it out in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. He's able to keep contact with 2 of those BKT tires at all times, which does qualify him for that combination. He's able to string together different movements there out on this challenge in hopes of that high score, but he can't do it out with the help of all of you at judgezone.com right now as John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity looks to take out that lead spot, but with a score back on 4 wheels, we've got the score up on the board. It's an 8.273. That lands him in second place for this competition.
Hey there, Monster Jam fans. I am joined by some special fans over here. We've got
Hudson.
And
River.
Hudson and River, and it is time to play Name That Truck. Of course, fans, you can help them out as well. We're going to go ahead and take it to the video board, and we're going to see a puzzle. The biggest thing you guys have to do is just tell me what truck you think is on the screen. And of course, fans, go ahead and give them some hints if you'd like. We're going to go ahead and take a look. And you guys can go ahead and tell me when you think you know what it is. We're seeing a little bit of orange.
El Toro.
You think it's El Toro? What do you think? Are you sure?
Artero.
El Toro Loco. That is exactly right. We're going to go ahead and send you guys home with this Monster Jam plush toy, El Toro Loco version. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for River and Hudson.
Just like that, we're ready to get back to the two-wheel skills action. Duluth, it's time to get loud for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur.
Let's hear it for Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. 20 seconds to get those scores locked in right now at judgezone.com.
Duluth, I hope you guys have some popcorn for these runs, because as these drivers balance these 12,000-pound Monster Jam trucks up on 2 BKT tires, I mean, we gotta have some snacks to enjoy this show. You saw Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur looking so confident, especially on that second attempt there in the two-wheel skills challenge. He is looking to get that high score, and we've got your scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is a 7.605 right now. That is good enough for third place. 2 drivers left to go. Make some noise for John Zimmer in Uproar.
Put your hands together for John Zimmer Sr. Uproar. And scoring is now open. When you see those ribbon boards go red, there's not a second to waste.
John Zimmer in uproar, proving exactly how he has been behind the wheel of so many Monster Jam trucks in his career right now, behind the wheel of uproar, looking to take that win. We see him in not only a really successful 2 maneuvers, but a little bit of a combo there as well. So we're going to see exactly what you all thought. We've got that current score to beat right now, held by MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. It's a score of an 8.534. The score for John Zimmer in uproar is a 7.763, a solid score right now, good enough for 3rd place. Last but not least, make some noise for Brandon Arthur in JCB Tigatron.
Make some noise for Brandon Arthur, JCB Tigatron. And scoring is now open. Go ahead and get those scores locked in. This is your last opportunity to do so for the skills competition.
Duluth, Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron does not plan on making this an easy job for all of you as the official judges of this competition, laying down some mean combos out on the track. Absolutely, let him hear you. This is it. It comes down to this, the final truck to go in this competition, and we've got your scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Brandon Arthur is a 7.687, which means your winner of the 2-wheel skills challenge is MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco claims the next 8 points of the event. He's proven he's got the best 2-wheel skills out on the track. And Duluth, you helped him get there. Give it up one more time. MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco.
Congratulations, up here showing everybody how it's done in the skills competition. Of course, you being so young in your career, how do you manage to get something like that done?
You know, it's all about seat time, honestly. I got to give a shout out to John Zimmer Jr. over there. That was one heck of a run. Honestly, I thought he should have taken the win there, but I'll take a win where I can get it. But hey, this is only my 3rd year here in Monster Jam. Believe it or not, 2 years ago, 2023, I made my Monster Jam debut right here in this arena in front of all these fans. And now 2 years later, I'm back, and we're standing on top of this pod. So none of this would have been possible without all of you guys.
And there was so much energy in this room, and you know, fans may not know that you can hear them inside of that helmet, inside behind that wheel. But of course, you throw out your steering wheel. What does that mean? How do you do that?
Honestly, you don't need a steering wheel when you're balancing 12,000 pounds on the front 2 tires, but that's all for you guys. I can hear you guys in that truck over that 1,500 horsepower motor. So the louder you guys get, the wilder I get. I know what? I've been eyeing up this backflip ramp all day. Y'all better wait on for freestyle because I think I'm going to hit that sucker. A toda mi gente, es para ustedes. Soy el único latino aquí este fin de semana representando a todos ustedes, a todos estos niños que tienen un sueño. Yo ya lo logré, ustedes también lo pueden. Hang on tight, Duluth, it's about to get crazy. Let's have some fun.
Make some noise one more time for your skills winner, MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco.
So much action already underway, and this is just the first half of our Monster Jam event. That means it is time for Monster Jam halftime. We want to encourage you to use this time, get up, stretch your legs, check out the concession stands, and of course, check out our Monster Jam merchandise stands available to you on the concourse throughout the entire event. But once you get up, take your break, you're going to want to make your way back to your seats, because not only do we have Lindsay Noble, our pit reporter, bringing us the halftime pit report brought to you by Northern Tool Equipment, but we also get to see the superstars of Freestyle Motocross hit the track as they battle it out in the best trick competition. All that and more Monster Jam action headed your way after Monster Jam halftime. Duluth, it's time to meet your Freestyle Motocross superstars. Make some noise for Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, Cameron Sepulveda, and Josh Hedford.
Monster Jam fans, you guys may have come for Monster Jam and for our Monster Jam trucks. You didn't realize, though, that you also get these high-flying superstars. We have some of the very best freestyle motocross riders in the entire world here today. Right now, they're warming up those motocross bikes, and we're about to see them hit the track. First up, we've got Nick Desmond. He was out of Norfolk, Massachusetts. And out of Orlando, Florida, TJ Tiffany. From Daytona, Florida, Cam Sepulveda. And last but not least, out of Asheville, North Carolina, Josh Hedford. And right now we have a red flag on the track. Keaton, for our fans that don't know, what is that telling our motocross riders?
Lindsay, just a small pause in the action, but as these freestyle motocross riders prepare to hit the ramp, Duluth, they're going to need you guys to get loud. This is our first event here in Gas South Arena, so I'm going to need you all to get as loud as you can. When you see this rider hit the top of that ramp, let me hear you.
Here we go. Absolutely incredible. And Monster Jam fans, if you're taking pictures or videos, don't forget to tag us at Monster Jam. That was a cliffhanger. If you got that, don't forget to use the hashtag Monster Jam across all of your social media platforms. These guys are really showing off for you here today, Duluth. Don't forget, the louder you get, the sicker the trick. A lazy boy up there in the air. No-handed backflip action. And a knack-knack backflip. Now, Monster Jam fans, here at Monster Jam, it only gets better. we're going to go ahead and line up our motocross riders. Are you fans ready for some more? All right, Monster Jam fans, you guys were loud, but let me tell you, it only gets better. Up next is, of course, our Motocross Challenge, and what you're going to see is our best trick competition. We've got 4 riders here today that are so ready to wow you. They've already picked out their very best trick, but we need your help. You guys have to score at judgeszone.com. You'll have 20 seconds each time that the riders finish the run, and make sure that you're scoring and swiping up or down on that BKT tire, because these guys are counting on you. Only one of them gets to walk away a winner here today of our best trick competition. So, Monster Jam fans, are you ready for the best trick competition?
Up first, make some noise for your first rider, Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond is from Norfolk, Massachusetts. He's been riding with Monster Jam for a total of 4 years, but he's been riding for a total of 19 years, and today he brings you his best trick on his Yamaha YZ250. One more time, Duluth, Nick Desmond.
Give it up for Nick Desmond. It is now time to score right now. Go ahead and swipe up or down on that BKT tire. Nick Desmond starting it off strong with a rock solid up there in the air. You just saw the replay, but what did you think? Don't forget to click submit.
You know, I always say it, that first rider has the toughest job to set the bar for the rest of the competition, but Duluth, you all have a tough job as well, being the judges at judgeszone.com. We've got the scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Nick Desmond is a 7.726. That is your current score to beat. Up next, make some noise for TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany's from Orlando, Florida, and he is an international stunt rider. He's been a part of some of the highest grossing movies in America, such as Bad Boys for Life and Avengers Endgame, and you might even catch him on this season of Outer Banks. Today, he's bringing you his best trick on his Kawasaki KX450. One more time, Duluth, TJ Tiffany.
Backflip action out of TJ Tiffany. It is now time to score at judgeszone.com. Make sure you guys are scoring right now. You can scan to score on the video board for a shortcut. If not, you can just type in that code DGA.
TJ Tiffany looking confident out on the track and definitely looking to give Nick Desmond a run for his money in that title of Best Trick winner. Pulling off a perfect, seamless backflip right there. Almost looks like he goes in slow motion, but it's up to you guys. You got to score right now at judgeszone.com. We got the scores locked in, so let's check it out. The score for TJ Tiffany is... That's an 8.455. Duluth, we have a new leader. But up next, one rider stands in his way. Make some noise for Cameron Sepulveda. Cameron Sepulveda is from Daytona, Florida, and he is joining Monster Jam for the very first time this year. He's been riding 2.5 years in freestyle motocross, and he is a 3-time Best Trick winner. He's today riding his Yamaha YZ820. Duluth, one more time, Cameron Sepulveda.
And scoring is now open for Cameron Sepulveda. Goes ahead and gives you guys that backflip, but with a twist. Little knack-knack action. Now, Monster Jam fans, was that the best that you have seen yet? Only time will tell. About 10 seconds left on the clock. Don't forget to click submit.
Well, with TJ Tiffany currently in the lead, TJ Tiffany has that score of an 8.455. The score for Cameron Sepulveda is Duluth. That's a 9.131. We have a new leader. But one rider remains. Make some noise for Josh Hedford. Josh Hedford is from Asheville, North Carolina, and he's competed in nitro circuits and night of jumps in Europe. He's been riding with Monster Jam for over 4 years. Give it up for him, Duluth.
Wow, Josh Hedford with a KOD. Monster Jam fans, go ahead and get those scores locked in right now. Incredible performance there out of Josh Hedford. But it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. Make sure you guys get those scores locked in right now.
Josh Hedford was able to walk away with the title of Best Trick winner twice last weekend up against his competitor, Cameron Sepulveda, 3-time winner right now with the score to beat. Cameron Sepulveda's score of a 9.131. The score for Josh Hedford is... That's a 9.302. Duluth, that means your winner of the Best Trick competition is Josh Hedford.
But like I said, it only gets better here at Monster Jam. Do you guys want to see some more? All right, our guys are going to go ahead and hit the track one more time. And let me tell you guys, this is really exciting. This may be my favorite part of halftime here today. So make sure you are on the edge of your seat as we have 4 of our very best superstars. What they're going to do right now is a heavy trick here in the freestyle motocross world. They're going to line up here on the track, going back to back to back to back. Make some noise, Duluth. Here at Monster Jam, we call that a Monster Jam train. If you want to see that again, let me hear you say choo-choo. Oh no, Georgia, we can do so much better than that. Let me hear you say choo-choo. Here we go. Absolutely incredible. I heard you guys in the stands going, wow. Make sure if you got a video or a picture of that you tag us at Monster Jam across all of your social media platforms. They just showed you a trick train. You may have seen that each one of them doing a different trick here on the track. But I kind of want to see it one more time. Let me hear you if you want to see it one more time. All right, Duluth, make some noise for Nick Desmond, TJ Tiffany, Cam Sepulveda, and Josh Hedford. One more time for your freestyle motocross riders. And in just a moment, we will be able to catch up with our winner of the Best Trick competition. Duluth, make some noise for Josh Hedford. Monster Jam fans, we heard you get so loud. I quite literally heard wow, especially from this side right here. Congratulations on the first win here of the weekend. That was insane, and that has to take so much practice to be able to do that KOD move. And you beat every one of your competitors, and they were not letting you have it easy.
No, especially them doing some flip tricks and stuff too. And, yeah, that one's an old school trick. I love throwing that one. There's not too many people doing it anymore, and just kind of feel you stretch out throughout your whole body and try to get back on. So that's why they call it the KOD.
And of course, you have such a humble nature, but it takes so much work to be where you are. Do you have to have a little bit of confidence too to know that you're going to throw yourself 40 feet in the air and do something crazy for these fans?
Yeah, I've been training for like pretty much my whole life, ever since I was a little tiny kid, and grew up riding BMX and got onto dirt bikes, and just tried to stay as safe as I could, but always looked up to the guys doing the big tricks back in the day, starting the entrepreneurs of the sport. And you got your Travis Pastrana, Brian Deegan, those guys I looked up to my whole life, and actually got fortunate enough to get to know them and hang out with them, and it's been pretty much a blessing in disguise. So, you guys having a good time?
The theme of today seems to be that if you have a dream as a kid, to just keep pursuing that. For any fan that wants to be where you are and be able to tell their friends and family that they are a professional freestyle motocross rider, what is your best advice, Josh?
Literally, yeah. Stick with your dreams, have fun. And I remember as a little kid watching Monster Jam go down, Gravedigger, Max D, all the ultimate trucks. Now we got all these awesome new ones, and just it's amazing to be here now 20, 30 years later, and it's awesome.
Well, congratulations again, Monster Jam fans. Make some noise for your best trick winner, Josh Hedford.
Big congratulations to Josh Hedford walking away with that best trick win. And check out that move on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. You chose him as your champion, and we'll see if he can keep that momentum up throughout the rest of the weekend. But as we take a look at that champion, we've got to keep in mind our overall event champion as well. Take a look at the BKT overall event leaderboard. John Zimmer Jr. currently sitting in that first place spot with a total of 15 points. John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar in second place. You can see Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur in third. Then we've got a two-way tie for fourth place and a two-way tie for sixth place. So as we move on to the freestyle competition, those next points are going to be crucial. I've got two brand new friends joining me up here at the desk. I've got Charlie and Graydon. Now, it's their very first time here at Monster Jam. So if you came with your siblings and it's your first time here, make some noise. Hey, check that out. Are you having fun so far?
Yeah.
What do you think of the trucks? Do you think they're pretty cool? He says thumbs up. Man, a few words. I love it. So we are going to put your guys' Monster Jam knowledge to the test, okay? So in a few seconds, we're going to see one of our Monster Jam drivers ask you two a question. All right, let's see. What driver do we have? We have reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Let's hear it for John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. And go ahead and score now. Right now here, DGA, and swipe up or down on the BKT tire.
John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity, absolutely throwing it down. And I think you can even see by the way he's ended up in this position, somebody who's got master control over that vehicle. He is gunning for those points. It's difficult for a driver to be first in freestyle. You've got to put out a performance that outlasts the 7 competitors. So it's a tough job even just going first in this competition. 30 seconds remained on that clock for the freestyle run of John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. But he's good to go. We've got the scores to lock, so let's see exactly what you all thought that performance earned. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity is... It's a solid score. It's a 7.668. That is your current score to beat.
Monster Jam fans, some breaking news down here in the pits, and it all happens because of these little rocks. Of course, you guys had to do some maintenance here. We've got your dad here as well. What do we have here?
Got a tire hammer here. So Michael had a little bit of a rock stuck in the bead. It was causing the tire to leak pretty good. So we just take it back right there. Instead of taking the tire off, take all the air out of it, pop it off the bead, remove the rocks, and get it back out there. Listen, you've only got 1 truck in freestyle, guys. There's 7 more trucks to go. Are you ready to see some more freestyle or what? Excalibur's 100%, baby, and he's coming out, so get ready.
One thing to keep in mind as the official judges here in the freestyle competition is our freestyle criteria. So you did see John Zimmer Jr. fill at least 15 seconds of that clock. Even though he wasn't able to fill the entire freestyle time, he's eligible for a score because he absolutely filled enough time. We want to see technical moves, combinations, and that wow factor. So as the official judges, keep this in mind as we keep the freestyle action moving. Next competitor is good to go. It's Brandon, Arthur, and JCB Tigatron.
Make some noise for Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron. And it is now time to score. Every time those ribbon boards go red, you have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in.
Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron fearlessly hitting that freestyle track. He knows exactly what he has to do. This is a great example of what we just talked about. We see this driver fill the entire time of the clock. So we've got that current score to beat right now, held by John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. It's a score of a 7.668. The score for Brandon Arthur and JCB Tigatron is... It's a 7.893. We have a new leader. Next to the track, make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Duluth, they call our next competitor Calamari Kid. It's time to get squiddy with it. Let me hear you make some noise. You heard that sound with us right here in the Gas South Arena. 49 seconds remain as that clock is paused, but he's good to go, Duluth. Clock is paused on the freestyle clock for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. 22 seconds remain. You're hearing that pop noise, and we did see him refire. He's refiring again. He's good to go, Duluth. He's still got more in him. Scoring is open. Make some noise for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. Scoring is open. Take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. Score right now for that freestyle run. Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken, absolutely determined to push that truck to its ragged edge. You see him there. He's like, let me refire. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a freestyle run. The stamina of that competitor is strong here. We've got the scores locked in. Let's take a look. The score for Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken is a solid score, a 7.086. Right now, that is good enough for 3rd place. Check out the freestyle competition leaderboard as it stands right now. You can see JCB Gigatron, Brandon Arthur in 1st place with a score of a 7.893. Then we've got Terminal Velocities, John Zimmer Jr. in 2nd place with a 7.66, and Kraken in 3rd with that score we just announced of a 7.086. Now, this is the top 3 standings as it is so far, but the rest of the competitors could shake it up. As we add up in total the driver's points, you can see it's all for this. The BKT overall event leaderboard currently puts John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity in a great spot to take home that trophy. John Zimmer in 2nd place, you can see, with a total of 12 points, and Excalibur in 3rd with a total of 11. We still do have that 2-way tie for 4th and 6th place, which just speaks to how close this is going to come down. So make sure you're scoring at judgezone.com so you have a say in who walks away with that trophy. Duluth, who's ready for more Monster Jam Freestyle? He won the 2-wheel skills competition. Make some noise for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. Duluth. I think he's lining up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. Scoring is open. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco. The Gas South Arena is electric with energy right now. Make sure you're locking in those scores because MJ Celorio needs you. He looks proud of that run, and I can completely understand why. Check it out in the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Hits that backflip ramp with confidence, landing on all 4 BKT tires. He's getting the job done. A cinematic return for MJ Celorio as he made his Monster Jam debut right here in the Gas South Arena 2 years ago. We've got those scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score to beat right now is held by Brandon Arthur in JCB Digatron. It's a score of a 7.893. The score for MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco is Duluth. That's an 8.949. We have a new leader. Monster Jam fans, MJ Celorio with that incredible freestyle takes that first place spot with a high score of an 8.949. That bumps Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron down to that second place spot with a score of a 7.893. Terminal velocity now in third place, and Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken sits out fourth. Halfway through the lineup of our superstars with 4 more to go. The pressure on the remaining drivers rises as MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco delivers a gnarly freestyle run right here in the Gas South Arena. It's going to take something big for that driver who wants to take over that top spot in the freestyle competition. Remember, 8 points on the line for freestyle in contention for that overall event leader trophy. Only one driver will walk away with that trophy in Duluth. You've got to say in who it is. Duluth, you're right here in the Gas South Arena, and you can experience Disney magic like never before. Disney on Ice presents Jump In. This brings over 50 beloved characters together, plus new friends from Moana 2 and Inside Out 2. Bringing it right here to Duluth Gas South Arena, September 25th and 28th. That's this month. Don't miss a once-in-a-lifetime adventure.
Over here in the stands, I have just now found a very excited family, and they are all ready to sing. You know what? We're going to go ahead and figure out who we've got here with us. Tell us your name really loud.
Sakami!
Well, thank you. Welcome to Monster Jam, because this is your first time to Monster Jam, right?
Yeah, it is.
And are you sister?
Nah, I'm family friend.
I love it. And what's your name?
Natalie.
Natalie, welcome to Monster Jam. Monster Jam fans, go ahead and say welcome. Well, we have something very exciting here. You guys are going to finish the lyric. Let's go ahead and take it to the video board. But I need you guys to make sure that you're singing really loud. Here we go. Let's take a look. And you guys can go ahead and sing whenever you want.
Always had to be concealed, don't feel to let it show. Well, now they know. Let it go. Let it go. You don't do it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Kind of way you slam the door.
Duluth, that was absolutely beautiful. I have never seen a family better hit a high note. For that reason, you guys not only get 4 tickets to Disney on Ice, I'm going to go ahead and hand you this special bag if you want to go ahead and grab that. Lots of goodies inside of here, a very exciting bag, lots of giveaways, but also there's more. There's always more at Monster Jam. You've got 4 tickets to this actual Monster Jam event for Disney on Ice. It is called Jump In, and it is going to be this month. So you guys have 4 tickets for that as well. Beautiful voices. Thanks for giving it your all. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for these fans.
Next competitor's good to go. Let's bring it back to the freestyle action. Duluth, it's time to get loud for John Zimmer in Uproar.
Make some noise for John Zimmer Sr. in Uproar. And get those scores locked in here for the freestyle competition. That code DGA.
John Zimmer in Uproar, throwing it down here on this track. You can see this track is a whole different track than we started with, but John Zimmer knows he is currently in that second place spot for overall, so he's trying to beat out his son and take home that trophy tonight. You all are going to have a say in that, so let's check out that score. The score for John Zimmer in Uproar is a solid score of 7.611 right now, good enough for 4th place. Next to hit the track, let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. The clock is paused at 17 seconds because this RoboPup is most likely going to need a clear, clean track to absolutely continue to tear it up. But Duluth, you got to think about what this does to a competitor, right? We've got pause momentum. Chelsea Van Cleve's heart is racing inside that truck, and she is gunning to finish the rest of her freestyle run. But we got to make this an even playing field, which means a clear, clean track. So Duluth, let's help this girl get back into it. Make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve. Scoring is open. You see that ribbon board turned red. Duluth, that's your cue to head on over to judgeszone.com and lock in your scores for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit. I mean, we saw her lose her tail. She's driving the tail off that truck out on this freestyle competition. And you can tell that Chelsea Van Cleve, she's been to multiple tracks. She's fearlessly hitting these obstacles. She's sending it full force. So we've got the scores locked in. Let's check them out. That current score to beat right now still held by MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. It's a score of an 8.949. The score for Chelsea Van Cleve in Ringling Bailey Circuit is a solid score of 7.949. That is good enough for second place. Up next, his truck's good to go. Let's hear it for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Scoring is open. Duluth, make some noise for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. Make sure you're locking in those scores. Check it out right now with the super glue glued to the action. Replay that moment. A little too much forward momentum, but listen, when you are out for big risk and big reward, like Mike Pagliarulo is in Excalibur, then that's what's going to happen. Sometimes you don't end up on 4 BKT tires. So we see it here, but you all are the judges. I know you guys like to see some destruction, so maybe this helps the score go up, but you are the decider of that fact. And Mike Pagliarulo is definitely hoping that you slide that tire up. He absolutely has to take out a mean freestyle run by El Toro Loco. So right now, lock in those scores. It's a great freestyle run, but he didn't fill that clock. So if you're going to take that into consideration as a judge, make sure you've got it. We've got the scores locked in. Let's check it out. The score for Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur is... That's a solid score, Duluth, a 7.988 as he steals that second place spot. Now with only one driver remaining, take a look at our freestyle competition leaderboard. We still have MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco holding out that first place spot. It's his backflip that earned him that. You see Excalibur back on 4 wheels behind me, and that freestyle run earned him that second place spot. You can see his truck's in pieces, Duluth, but he's doing it all for you Monster Jam fans. And luckily it secured him that second place spot in freestyle. Those points are absolutely going to come into play for that overall event championship. With one driver still to go, you can see exactly how high those stakes are. We're totaling up those points, of course, to total our overall event champion, which is moments away from crowning. John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity has remained consistent enough to secure that top spot in first place. You can see John Zimmer in uproar, definitely needing a high freestyle score in order to uphold that second place spot. And Excalibur, Mike Pagliarulo, may have done himself a great favor with that high score, currently in third with 11 points. But we do still have, heading into freestyle, that two-way tie for 4th place, which that backflip may have absolutely helped El Toro Loco break out of that two-way tie for 4th place. Gravedigger and Kraken tied for 6th, and Bailey Circuit currently in 8th. We got one truck remaining.
Monster Jam fans, I'm joined by Matt Pagliarulo, not only the driver of Jester, but today your crew chief of Excalibur. An entire family-run organization is Tomfoolery Motorsports. You guys have so many fans in the stands. An incredible run here by your boys. What can you say?
I couldn't be any prouder. Look, Michael's out here competing, guys. You know, this is his first full season in Excalibur. My boys and my daughter, they bust their butts week in and week out. I know Michael wants to put a show on for you guys. Look at him. I mean, he doesn't care. He's ready to have fun. He's ready to burn it down. He is having a blast tonight in Duluth. How about you guys? Are you having fun tonight here in Duluth?
And of course, you've got your entire family here, and you guys that were fans, you went to Las Vegas all the time. You went to so many Monster Jam events. What's it mean to be here now?
I mean, it's come full circle. I mean, I started Jester 10 years ago, and, you know, we did this as a family. Nick, we decided to build a second truck. He was my crew chief. He's obviously the one we're going to bring in. Michael, you know, when we decided to build a third truck, he's going to represent Excalibur. No guts, no glory, baby. He's here. He's doing a great job. And my daughter, Brooke, is his crew chief. An 18-year-old girl is my youngest son, Michael's crew chief this weekend. She busts her butt week in and week out. She drives her own Monster Jam truck called Misfire. It's a family affair, and we're having fun. Thank you, Monster Jam, and thank you, Duluth.
I just want to go out there. That did not feel good, but we did it for Duluth, Georgia, and Monster Jam. Woo!
Give it up for Tomfoolery Motorsports.
Duluth, you know what those bells mean. It's time for Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise! That's Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Go ahead and get those scores locked in here for the black and green wrecking machine. You can take a look at the replay on the video board.
Matt Cody in Gravedigger, proving exactly why he belongs behind the wheel of that black and green wrecking machine. You saw him absolutely lay it down in freestyle. There's something about his driving style that makes that freestyle clock go so fast. I don't know if he's got it planned out, but it absolutely looks like a run with a driver with plenty of experience. He's leaving it all on the track for you, Duluth, and we have your scores locked in. Right now, that current score to beat is held by MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco with a score of an 8.949. The score for Matt Cody in Gravedigger is An 8.082, good enough for second place, which means your freestyle winner is MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. He's added 8 points to his overall score, but was it enough? Your overall event champion here today in the Gas South Arena earned 2 points in the JCB Racing competition, 8 points in both the two-wheel skills challenge and the freestyle competition, with a total of 18 overall event points. Your overall event champion is MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. A cinematic, memorable moment for MJ Solorio as he returns where he made his Monster Jam debut to take home that overall event trophy. Duluth, your overall event champion, MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco.
And here today, it came down to freestyle. Of course, you tying there with John Zimmer Jr. Terminal velocity meant that you had to give it all here in that 60 seconds. What does this mean to be able to hand your trophy to your crew chief?
Man, this means absolutely everything to me. I was telling you guys earlier, back in 2023, I came down here and I made my Monster Jam debut right here in this arena. 2 years later, we're back and we're coming home with the trophy, baby. You know what? I told you guys during skills we were going to go crazy. I told you I was eyeing that backflip ramp. That's exactly what I did. I'm not worried about how that truck looks right now. I know Levi's not worried about it either. We came out here to put on an event for you guys, and I think we did just that. What y'all think, Duluth?
And here, of course, you were able to get a win, not only your overall event championship, but your skills as well. How do you put it all together to get a perfect event this evening?
You really just got to be smooth and consistent. I've got this guy in my ear that entire time talking to me during skills, during freestyle. He's letting me know what time I have left and when to just hit that backflip ramp and nailed it. So without this guy right here, I would not have been able to come out here and put on the event that I did for you guys. A toda mi gente, este trofeo es para ustedes. Yo ya lo logré. Ustedes también lo pueden. Duluth, get home safe. Thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next time.
Monster Jam fans, give it up one more time for your freestyle winner and your overall event champion, MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco.
An incredible event underway with our overall event champion, MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. A very cinematic moment for him. It all came down to the freestyle scores. It was a tie for overall between El Toro Loco and Terminal Velocity, but due to MJ Solorio's high freestyle score, he takes home that trophy. We want to thank all of you for coming out to our Monster Jam event. Don't forget to stop by our Monster Jam merchandise stands on your way out. A perfect way to take Monster Jam home with you. You can check out the latest Spin Master diecast trucks, and of course, go to monsterjam.com so you can stay up to date with all of the Monster Jam action headed your way. And don't forget to come back to the Gas South Arena September 25th for Disney's On Ice Jump In. Tickets are available at feltentertainment.com. And we want to thank all of you, whether you tuned in on the live stream or joined us right inside the arena, for being a part of our Monster Jam event. We couldn't do it without you. So on behalf of my entire team, our pit reporter, Lindsay Noble, my name is Keaton Stewart, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.